Fisher said that sometimes the pipeline would only be buried 2 feet, and there's no setting bed. So that sort of concerned me. 2 feet's not very deep, and could heave, and so, I don't know if there's anything that town can make a regulation that the pipeline has to be
I think the
a certain
feds.
depth with a certain bed. They say they're following the FERC regulations.
Right, well, that's what, I mean, I was baffled on the 4 different thicknesses of pipe, and that's staged by how much population is there, I understand.
How many people in the incineration zone?
Right, yeah. It's okay if a couple of us are in the zone, but.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Pete?
Well, that's what I've been bringing up. We're not important, you know, it should be the best pipe anyway they put it.
I don't disagree.
And that should be stated by you guys and all the politicians that are there. That should be the best pipe anyway they put it.
Mhm.
And Schumer hasn't gotten back to me. With my email to visit him, he hasn't got back. It's 2 months already. So we need to put the information out there and get it done right.
Mhm.
And we need to do it before you put the
Cheryl.
pipe in.
Cheryl, that's your job. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Well, we'll go on to our regular meeting then. Thank you. Well, Mark, I guess it's up to you.
We had put that engine up for sale on the online
Yep.
auction.
Yep.
Come up at $4,150. I'd like to get a resolution that we dump it, get rid of it. There was engine builders on there trying to get after it. Back to
One out of the
cat motor that we had out of the wreck from the county.
Only paid $35 for the truck.
So it's $4,150.
Well, you need a motion to,
Yeah, I'd like to see one.
I'll make a motion.
Barrett made the motion.
4,000, whatever it was,
4150.
4,150.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Dave seconded it. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
All the doors, the 2 doors are in. I don't know if everybody noticed, they put them in the week after we had our last meeting. It's all done, finished job.
That work?
Worked fine,
Good.
nice.
Good.
As far as the alarm system, I have not talked to Kevin enough to get all the answers,
Right.
what we're doing, but they will be answered within the next month or 2, so
Okay.
we can get onto that.
Yep.
To do with the pipeline, the liaison for Constitution was here today. We're setting up some meetings. What we are gonna do is start looking at roads and talking to them. One of the comments I made to them today that I don't sign nothing, don't give them nothing until they come forward with the stuff that we had asked, and that was what roads we're gonna use, or they're gonna use. Once that's done, then we'll proceed, but they got a construction engineer that's just does the roads. Sydney has met with them, Masonville, some of those, so. So once I find out when those meetings are gonna be, I'll let you know.
Okay.
And then we'll do that. One of them is gonna be, start looking and videotaping some of the roads and stuff
Mm-hmm.
between the town of Franklin and the Constitution.
Right.
Probably seen in the news, some stuff about the CHIPS money. CHIPS money, we are getting the full shot, 250,000, just like we did last year. Plus we got a carryover of 11,000 that we didn't use. And they had a severe winter weather package put in again this year that's gonna give us another $37,000. That will be probably used, chip seal some roads, do some TNL with blacktop to straighten out a few spots, but the paved roads didn't catch it as bad as
Right.
like our gravel roads. Last month, I was kind of dumbfounded that we only got one bid for pipe. And then a couple days after, on my desk, this laid there, the date for it was March 26th, which was way ahead of, apparently got put on my desk and tipped upside down, so I never opened it, okay? But the way it was wrote, we were gonna be able to choose who we wanted for low anyways.
Right.
So the Chemung bid is here. It's just never been open, okay? I showed Jeff a couple days after I found it.
Right.
So there was, we can open it,
So
we
do
can
it.
read them.
We have a comparison bid now anyway.
So basically what it was, plain end wall highways solid, which would be PVC pipe like we use, and then bell and spigot. And I can pass this around, or if you want, I can read everything. But you can compare to what she's got. I did not bring a comparison sheet out tonight for what the other stuff was. But,
Is this bell and spigot? Where the bell and spigot?
yeah,
525,
yeah, this one's 525.
682,
Yep,
1005,
yep,
1550,
yep,
2493,
yep,
32, 3470, and 3450.
identical. Yeah, so they're probably done under the state bid pricing and stuff, so.
Should we recognize that at this time so that if we wanted to use one or the other at any time that we could?
You can, I think it was already wrote as to do that, right?
I think somewhat,
But
yes.
but if you want to redo it, that's fine with me.
Or
That's,
add to it.
yep, add this, I mean, the pricing is the same. See?
There's a motion to that effect.
I'll move it.
You want a second? Discussion? Okay.
What's the motion?
Motion is to accept Chemung
Supplies, pricing.
Supplies bids as a comparison and as the last resolution, pipe resolution to, you know, get the pipe at the most reasonable price.
Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried.
Um, Broom is gonna go back, hopefully tomorrow, depending on what we do and some of this other stuff, but, we broomed and broomed. We put down a lot more sand this year than we had in the last couple of years, so we gotta work out. Last month, we talked about excavator.
One question about the broom, there was bristles, that don't come with the rent?
There's extra bristles that they send one.
But we had to pay for them.
Yes, yes.
That don't come as part of the rent, then?
No,
That's what we've done, excuse me, in years past. Because it comes with new bristles when it comes. What we do is put our own bristles on it, and when we're done with it, we put the ones that came on it, so they don't charge us extra on the rent. And they've actually done the same with the grader, right, Mark?
yes.
The cutting edge, we put our own new cutting edge on and put their new one on it after it, when it's leaving. So we don't
Yeah, because
get any extra charges when it goes back.
I don't think we're gonna be charged for the bristles this year,
Oh,
because they weren't new when we got them.
yeah.
We were charged.
Huh?
They already sent a bill.
Well, I know they sent a bill, but usually they're supposed to credit it back to us when it comes back, when the room comes back.
Okay. They charge for new bristles?
Because it comes out of the parts department.
Okay.
And then the bristles come back
Hmm.
with no more wear than what we received them,
Normal.
then there's no charge.
Okay, well, Paul can keep us up on that next month. Find out how it did turn out. Okay. Is that all you wanted, Don? Was the cost of that? Okay.
Last month, we talked about, of course, the bids for the box. Bids gonna go out for pickup truck. Right now, I got a set of bid specs wrote up, and I wanted to do them next month for the box. Hopefully pickup truck, but I don't see that happen. I'm trying to get some questions answered from different dealers. But I'd like to put that in the paper and bid that box next month. I know we had passed it, that we were gonna do that, so I think we're covered.
Okay.
Excavator we had talked about, was one of the purchases that I was looking for, so we went back, rethought, talked amongst ourselves a little bit about this, and Abley came back with a couple machines, a 2007 and a 2011. And we can rent them, and the money would go toward, the rent money would go towards the payment of the machine. We, depending on which one we choose, either one. 2007 has some of the options that we want, $72,000. Yeah, $72,200. And then the 2010 that has all the options, including six-way blade, pin grabber, of course the thumb, extra ditch bucket, and of course I said the six-way blade. And that's at $115,000. And
But they both have thumbs.
no, the one's gotta have all the stuff put on it in order to bring it, and it would be at that price.
At that price, but it would have a thumb put on it
But
at that price.
yes,
Okay.
and it'd be with the ditch bucket, with the thumb, pin grabber, and the blade.
Oh, they both be equipped,
Yes.
except the one wouldn't have a six-way
Yeah,
blade.
one's got all the stuff on it now, and the other one doesn't have all the stuff. And the six-way blade would be on the 2010.
And the other one would have a blade or not a blade at all?
Have a blade, but it
But
would
not a
just
six-way.
up and down.
No, no blade.
No blade at all?
No. Yeah, he's right. No blade. Which we've been looking at, then I think the blade is a better option for us to use, just the way we operate and stuff. So, but this brought the price down quite a bit more.
Now, was the lease, the rental on each of these machines the same?
Uh,
a monthly
One of them
basis?
was $34.90. Was the other one 34? Same.
thing.
Both were
That's
the
right
same
off
thing?
the county bid.
Yep.
Okay.
And to give you an idea, some of the stuff that we got going on this summer with it is, want to replace the boiler pipe up there by Scasendi's. And we've got some FEMA work to do on Chamberlain Hill. That's all permitted work, and it was like $65,000. But we figured that buying this and doing it ourselves, we could get away better than contracting it out. That was why trying to get the excavator, one of the reasons. And then we got other pipes, we're gonna do, of course, and a lot of, try to widen out some roads. And
Now, these are both the same size excavators? 35,000-pound excavators or something like that?
they're both in that.
In that range?
What's the difference now, Jamie, with the 160 and the 150?
You said the 150 because it's the blade runner. It's the same size machine, it's just got a different number. I
So
think it
they're
both
both
has a
different.
blade on it.
Yeah, both 36. One's 36,000, one's just a little bit under that, but it's in that
In
35,000.
that range.
Yep, horsepower, well, basically same hydraulics, same dipper, same boom.
What's the hour difference? Or do they have an
Our difference is, on the newer one's 3144, and the older one, the 07, was 3367. About, let's say, 250 hours difference.
Any other questions from the board?
We'd asked and talked last month about renting, how many weeks the excavator was rented in 2014. And on this little piece of paper, it says it was rented for 9 weeks. So is there a proposal that if you buy an excavator, you're gonna use it 10 or 12 months a year versus 2?
I would, if I didn't have to run it. The problem with renting is you're honed into, that's when you gotta use it right then. You know, it's just like you guys when you farm, okay?
When it
You
doesn't
gotta
rain.
do it right then, okay? By buying one,
Gives you
it
more
would probably
flexibility.
get used way more than what we do in that 9 weeks.
What brand were they, Jared?
Cabelco's. Cabelco's.
And if we tie into a, let's say, rental agreement, and let's say after 3 months, it's a machine we don't want, we just have to pay the rent and go separate ways.
Yep.
Okay.
What would you save on a job like at Scosendy's versus hiring a contractor to do that same job?
Yeah, my guy makes a little less than 20 bucks an hour. You're gonna pay, you know, the high rate because, you know, prevailing wage, so you're looking at 60, 70 bucks an operator plus a machine. Some machines are up now close to 200 bucks. I know Dickey isn't nowhere near that, but so there's a savings.
Mm-hmm.
How much? I don't know. I could sit down and probably figure it out on a job like that.
Well, it helped
We
justify
always,
it.
yeah, we always way under what, you know, prevailing
Yeah, it
wage
makes
job.
sense. I mean,
Yeah, what a prevailing wage job would be, we're way under what that would be.
Well, this is actually a cheaper rent than we did got last year. Right? Last year was 4,000 a month or 4,400.
1 month was 4,000. I think it was 2 different size machines, wasn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, we did,
Yeah, a bigger one.
bigger one
It
down.
was a 160, one month. The first month was 4,000 something. It didn't say what size machine that
Right.
was. The week was a 160. And I'm not sure what the other month, but the second month was only like 3,500, right? Something like that.
Well, it says there's a total of 9,025. for
Oh, I
9
didn't, okay.
weeks.
Okay, I hear
Well,
something.
you got 4 and it's, you know, by the week.
I
you're
don't know,
in charge.
4,500 approximately, between 4 and 4,500 a month.
Right. $1,000 a week.
So this would be less if you rented it. It would be less than that.
Now, the first month was $4,025. Now, that was in May. And then in July, we paid $1,500. And then in October, we paid $3,500 for a month.
When would you wanna start this? Last year we had it for the month of May, which we've got the grader coming. The grader's not coming till June?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we used it last year.
right,
Did it
you did
this
it in
month.
May, then you did the grader in June, so you didn't have 2 separate pieces of equipment rented. Now, your grader can be, the extra grader usually lasts a month, right?
Yes.
Now, would it be, I know it cuts your time frame off, but if we get the grader and stuff 1 month, we're not gonna get the advantage of the excavator for that, not as much advantage of the excavator as we would if we didn't have the extra grader.
But last year, we run it both at the same time, period of time. And I had a couple guys tied up with that, and I had guys working the roads. It didn't really affect us what we were doing. It's not like you're gonna take all 8 guys and put them on one job at all one time.
Right.
You know, sometimes
Well,
it's just
doing
1 or
this-
2 guys.
The pipe and stuff like that, you're gonna have to have most of the crew there for the big pipes, 'cause you got a grader,
Yeah. For
2 graders,
2-3
a
days.
rake man and a roller. There's 4 employees tied up there. Then you could have 3 with the excavator. I'm just trying to figure, you know, I know. So you're looking for one for May, to start in May?
Yep. Yep, so we can start getting some pipes in and get some of that work.
I'd like to see possibly rent it this month and see what you can do with the Able. You know, we'll rent it this month, next month we've got the grader and stuff, let's not put our men too thin. You know, can we still go to this rent to own option, with, you know, not have it in June, bring it back in July and go from there? Otherwise, we're spending two pieces of equipment rent on a month when, you know, guys want time off.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Usually
vacation
those-
time.
Usually those 2 months, that's not happening. It's when we get into July and August is when we have a
Okay,
problem.
well, that's what, you know,
If you're gonna rent that machine, I would like a report each month of the hours it's used that month.
well, what's the board's feeling?
Just remember, we're gonna have money tied up in trucking. Taking it back up there.
Which machine would you rent? The,
Probably the 2010. One that's got the 6-way blade and stuff on it.
what's,
That one, Jamie and I've been up and seen that one,
okay,
looked it all over. Like what we've seen, that was well-made machine, looked like a brand new machine.
But you
They
didn't get
tell
a
you
chance
who
to
had it?
look at them?
oh,
Said they had it out on rental.
oh, they've had it since new and just rented it?
You didn't see the other machine then? See
No.
if there was anything at all, or beating it
Did you
down?
see the other one, the 07, Jamie?
They've got so many that I don't remember which one that was, so.
They may not know where they are,
In case you go up there,
but
they gotta have
Well, it's 40,
75 of them.
43 grand more. Is the 6-way blade worth the extra or third more, or?
I can look at them. I just, going by what I seen, I thought this was better for what we're gonna do with the blade and stuff.
Well, if you rent it for a month, you can try it and see if it
Right,
is
and
just
that's one of the
affordable.
things he said, if we didn't like that one, try the other one.
Okay.
And it doesn't matter which one you get, it's still $34.90 to rent it for
Yeah.
a month.
Because they're a 35,000 pound machine.
Okay.
But if you rent the one and choose to rent the other one to own, does that rent money still go toward it or not?
We'll find out.
let's just find out, we gotta find out, Mark.
If they want to sell
Rent
bad
one
enough,
house
they
versus
probably
a
could.
different house.
Yeah, he was pretty hepped up on trying to sell us one. So I would imagine that, yes, that would probably happen.
So how soon can you get this?
He just had to do what? Put the pin grabber on,
The thumb on that one.
thumb on this
Put
one,
that on.
and then get it down here and
Next week,
hopefully, try to pinch him pretty hard to get it so we can get going.
I'd really like to see the $37,000 machine, what that is. You know, I'd rather see that one tried out. If it's something that is a good machine, we can save $37,000.
43.
43? Yeah, 43,000.
My math's right.
Yep, you're right. A third of the price. If the only difference is a push blade. That's a lot of money for a blade. And and then you would find out whether the cheaper machine is a good machine or not. If it's a good machine, why spend $40,000?
So you need a motion to that.
There should be a motion.
For,
What do we, I mean, that's, I mean, what, that's, how's the board feel? I mean, that's my opinion. You guys,
I don't know.
because I'm sure we'll fall in love with $115,000.
Well, I know you wanna buy it. I know that that would really be your wish if you could, is you wanna buy it. But that's a lot of money.
Everything's a lot of money.
Well, I know.
I'm-
But if you can rent to own, maybe that's a way to look at it, that you're gonna end up with it anyway.
That's what we're trying to do.
Right.
Well,
Just
and
run
I,
it
Right, go
don't
with
like
that
it.
option, right.
and walk away from it.
I mean, that'd be, my concern is if the 07 machine has got 200 hours more, but if it's got still the life in it, and you can save $40,000. If it's not the machine, you can, I mean, if the machine's no good, you know, Jamie's, I presume, is gonna operate most of it. And if you can feel that it's not there, then the other one is an option. But I have a problem spending $40-some thousand on a machine that the other one would do it. And then the only way to find out is rent a cheaper machine. Then you can always say, come get it, because I don't like it.
but the blade that's on the cheaper machine is not,
There's
there's
no
nothing.
blade, no
So
blade.
do you have, so what are you gonna do about that, if there's no blade on it? Don't you need a
They've
blade on
never
it?
had one. They've never used one with one, right?
You know, we had one.
We've had one.
Right, but most of them that you've rented haven't had one.
The 07, they will put, that comes with the bucket,
They'll put everything on it but the
But the
blade.
blade.
everything but the
But the
blade.
blade.
I don't know, just to me it makes more sense to go to try the 07.
And if it
And
don't
in a
like
month,
it,
if it's
trade it
not,
back.
In a
do
business,
something different.
Right?
yeah.
When you buy a car, you test drive it. Can you
Well, that's-
test drive in one of these machines?
Well, that's what basically we wanna do, is test drive the cheaper machine, and if it's a good machine, you know, we don't have to go with $40,000 more.
You can,
test it
you
before
can test
you
drive
rent
it for $3,490 a month.
You have to rent it first.
Well, test drive means digging holes in the ground.
Yeah, well, the biggest part is your $500 to $700 in transportation costs to move it here and take it back. That is a big part, not, you know, trying it out, you know, that's not the problem. The problem is bringing it down and taking it back. You know, you got $1,000 in trucking or more. So then I mean, it's not like going to a car dealer and taking it out for a 5-mile spin. You know, unless they got dirt banks, they can go up there and dig with them up at the yard, I don't know. Yes,
Regarding the equipment, and renting, I mean, right now, there's no pipeline being built, but it's all roads and it's all gravel and all of this machinery. Would you conceivably, like, if you didn't buy anything this year, but if the pipeline comes through, would you be in competition for good equipment and gravel and all that stuff? All the road stuff. I mean, I wanna see Mark get what he wants.
what do you mean in competition? I'm not
Well,
understanding.
for like say,
Reynolds
you were
on the
saying
lines.
Oh,
to rent, you know, like a
That's where most
grader
of
or
the stuff
something,
goes.
how readily available would they be? I mean, you know.
It's a crapshoot, because a lot of their rental fleet does just that, goes out whether it be, whether you like it or not, be a pipeline, be roads, be
Right.
construction, whatever.
Right.
Is there a chance that could happen? Yes. And then, as far as the gravel, no, because we have our own gravel bank and we,
Oh, so you're not competing with the ground?
No.
okay. Do we have a motion? What motion?
So I would,
Locomotion.
no, I'd
Choo-choo.
rent the 07. I'll make a motion to rent it.
Do we have a second to that effect?
Yeah, I'll second it. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out if you can justify this blade for 40,000. If you don't rent the 2010, how do you know? I mean, that's the.